Honduras, located in the heart of Central America, suffered a cruel and devastating civil war in the early part of 1924. Thousands were killed and the economy was destroyed. Don Joaquin Pan left his native country of China to establish a dry goods line of commerce in the same part of the world, Central America. He was a young man, 25 years old, when he crossed the Pacific and stopped at the port of San Francisco, USA, on the first leg of his journey. Central America is composed of 5 original countries: Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. Having explored the local markets and opportunities, he settled in 1903 in Juticalpa, Honduras, and started to build his reputation as a successful entrepreneur. By the year 1910, he had taken on a wife, Gertrude Aguilar, and his reputation was at the highest point, and so was his local standing in the community. The British ambassador, as well as the American ambassador, highly valued the advice of the Chinese entrepreneurs to discuss strategies. In 1919, he was considered and described on a visa application as follows: Mr. Joaquin Pan is one of the richest merchants in Tegucigalpa, the head of the Chinese colony and a man of very high standing, regarded locally as a gentleman of high character and business integrity. He was rich enough now that he decided to take his 2 sons, Tomas and Francisco, and his first daughter, Jesus, to Guangdong to be raised by family back home in China. Sometime later, he would finally relocate all the remaining to the same city to be proper citizens. Tragedy would soon follow in Honduras. As I described at the beginning, in 1924 there was a civil war in Honduras, and during this time, the looting and criminality was rampant. All his stores in the area suffered, and the struggling government promised retribution and war reparations. Too late, all the merchants suffered the same fate, but Don Joaquin was mostly affected. To make matters worse, China was going through its own civil war revolution, and foreigners were being attacked. Don Joaquin ordered his family to return home. In 1931, after months of uncertainty, deprivation, and anguish, they arrived via San Francisco at the port of Amapala in Honduras. All the years he was alone, his mother-in-law supported, comforted, and gave him strength to go on. The family, now back in Honduras, had to resettle and acclimate to a lower standard of living, but they did, becoming very successful engineers, economists, entrepreneurs, and school teachers. Don Joaquin passed away May 5, 1944.